Make room for Daddy-O. The episode begins with rehearsals for the 82nd annual Father's Day Follies. Cindy and her dad do a martial arts demonstration and Libby and her father do a magic act. Saw the lady in half trick. Hugh and Jimmy are performing, but Hugh wants them to do the Duckadaddles dance song, which Jimmy dislikes. Jimmy excuses himself from the rehearsal, but to his embarrassment, Hugh performs the song all by himself and his poor rehearsal prompts Cindy and Libby to tease Jimmy. Not wanting his father to humiliate him, Jimmy decides to change Hugh's personality to become cooler. In his lab, he invents the neutronic detorkinator, an invention that freezes the brain's cortex and makes a person adopt a cooler personality. Jimmy uses it on Hugh, but finds the invention has seemingly not worked the next morning as he is still the same. Later that day, Jimmy heads to the candy bar where he asks Sheen and Carl for help. Carl tells him it reminds of the time he accidentally came to school wearing his underwear on the outside and Butch asks him is he's wearing the underwear with the little pink llamas on them. Jimmy then asks why they aren't doing anything with their fathers in the show. Carl explains that his dad got his doctor to write a note excusing him from the show and Sheen explains to him that due to last year's chainsaw incident his dad is banned from the Father's Day Follies for life. Hugh comes to the candy bar to pick up Jimmy. By this time, however, the neutronic detorkinator has taken full effect and Hugh has become cooler, dressing in an Elvis-esque outfit and driving a motorcycle. He performs a song for the candy bar attendees, where his coolness wins over everyone except for Nick, who is abashed at being surpassed in coolness. Impressed, the candy bar's owner, Sam Melvick, gives Hugh a job singing at the restaurant. Hugh's newfound coolness spirals him into fame and success, and his performances gradually become sold out. Unfortunately, however, the more famous Hugh becomes, the less time he spends with Jimmy and Judy, and the more Jimmy begins to miss his father's former personality. To make matters worse, Hugh's personality becomes more cocky, vain and self-absorbed, and he even loses his interests in ducks and pie. One night, talent agent Corky Shimatsu meets with Hugh and offers to take him on a world tour, and Hugh accepts. When Hugh returns home to prepare for his tour, Jimmy tells him the truth and prepares to return him to normal, but Hugh, unwilling to revert to his old self, destroys the detorkinator before he leaves. Fearing he may never see his father again, Jimmy sneaks into the studio where Hugh is performing with Carl and Sheen. Jimmy plans to feign danger of falling to death to reawaken Hugh's paternal instinct. The plan fails, but when Carl and Sheen accidentally break the safety net and thus put Jimmy in real danger, Hugh's paternal instinct awakens, and he saves Jimmy from falling. Now back to his old self, Hugh decides to stay with his family where he belongs, and he and Jimmy perform the duck dance at the Father's Day Follies, which proves to be a success.
And so, that's the end of Jimmy Neutron, which is this one is the great day, like the great day of the holidays. Like, Jimmy's dad. It's just like, Mr. Neutron ignored. Like a holiday. Like the adventures of Jimmy Neutron. Boy, genius. Right after it, on Nickelodeon, it's the one and only Liza. In Africa. Like, in Africa, in the jungle. And the question I can say is, don't go away. There are special surprises with you on Nickelodeon if it was the one and only Liza. If it's the show on Nickelodeon, coming right up on Nickelodeon. Coming up next is everyone's favorite was join Liza and Darwin the monkey if they lived in Africa and in the jungle all day. And if Liza could talk to animals. It's up next, only on Nickelodeon.